Hello, all you scaredy cats and kittens, and welcome to the Two Scaredy Cats podcast, where we talk about all things strange, unusual, and paranormal. We're your hostess with the mostest. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Kara.
So, Kara, it's been a couple weeks since we talked last, so what have you been up to since... Well, I haven't seen you in a while, so what have you been up to? Anything?
I've just been catching up since the wedding, literally.
Well, yeah, but didn't you went to a convention this weekend, didn't you? The Ohio thing? It's not OhioCon, but it's something else.
Last
GalaxyCon.
Weekend, this weekend.
Okay, well, last weekend, sorry. What con were you at?
It was called GalaxyCon Columbus. Is what it was called. Yeah, it was like an industry con, so there's like a lot of industry stuff. So like...
Did you see anybody famous?
No, because it was all like... So you pay to go in, but then you have to pay to meet all the people. So, like, it's an extra $60 to, like, meet these people and get their autographs. So it's, like, a lot of money.
That stinks.
I went there mainly to work, so I had fun doing the work. And there were some interesting events they had, and the dealer's hall was nice.
Oh, yeah? Did you get anything good there?
I bought a few things. I bought a new capybara plush.
Oh my god, you and Capybara.
I know, I was with Savannah too, and I was like, Savannah, should I buy it? And
you
she's
need
like,
to
yep.
Stop.
I was like, you're not supposed to just tell me to buy it, because I'm going to buy it.
No, because you already have one in your house that sits on your couch because it's not allowed to be in your room because it's
so this is my third one. Too many
of them.
And this one's different than the other two. He lives downstairs on the downstairs couch. And this new one is tiny, so he lives up here. He's soft.
Okay. I believe you, sure. Anything else went on?
Apparently there's a haunted house up here, and you can see Krampus, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you should go do that. There was one down here at the Dent Schoolhouse last weekend, but I wasn't able to go. Yeah, you could get pictures with him and the Grinch.
Well, this is a haunted house, like an actual.
I know this is too.
Okay. And then you could also get photos with them.
Yes, at nighttime they had it where it was like a haunted Christmas thing. And then during the daytime, they had one where the lights were all on. It was all decorated for Christmas. And then the little kids could come in and get their pictures taken with Krampus.
That's pretty cool.
I know. So maybe you should go do that.
I want photos with Krampus.
I want photos with Krampus, I know.
I got a photo sitting on his lap. Remember that one photo of me?
Yeah, I know. You need to shoot me that again so I can put that on our page here shortly. Anything else going on, or is that about it? Just getting ready for Christmas and getting all your work done for the year, basically, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all my photos edited so I can just chill before the end of the year. I
had to sub in kindergarten last week for 3 days. That was fun and entertaining.
Yeah, did you hear? Have you learned about Skibbity Toilet yet?
No, what is that?
You haven't heard of that? I'm surprised.
No, thank God.
It's like a thing that the kids are all interested in.
Oh,
it's like a person's head that shoots out of a toilet.
What?
I've never.
Is it a game or is it like a meme?
No, it's like a
video.
It's a meme. It's like a video meme. Or did you see that Fortnite's really popular again? I'm about to be dropping with Sam. We'll see if Sam will play some Fortnite with me.
Sam's been playing. If you ask him, he'll play for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think him and his buddies have been playing. That's all they keep talking about right now.
Oh, I know. It's all the rage now.
I know. Because they made it back to the OG.
There's Rock Band in Fortnite. Literally, Rock Band.
Nuh-uh, really?
You can play, and there's a Lego Fortnite
I might have to go play Fortnite. Okay,
the Lego Fortnite. The Lego Fortnite is like a single player mode, and it's like Minecraft.
No, really? Okay, wait.
Not like single player, but like it's like, not against
what platform is Fortnite on? Can I play it on my phone?
It's on like... Yeah, actually, it is on phone. You have a Pixel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play it on Pixel, because Mario said you can't play it on iOS, but you can play it on, like, Google.
Okay, because it's like an Android phone or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the Switch? Can you play it on Switch?
Yeah, actually, it is on Switch.
Okay. I'll have to go investigate.
But yeah, they have the new Lego mode, and they have racing, too. Like a racing. It literally has, like, everything you could want, and it's free. It's not, you don't have to pay for it.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, you can pay for skins.
That's because they're making money on all the skins.
Yeah, they have a Jack Skellington skin, so I have a Jack Skellington skin now. Yeah, I had to buy them.
Yeah, but I'm sure you had to pay that one. Yeah.
It was like $20 or something, but whatever. I mean, considering the game is free.
Do you buy the pass too? That's what Sam always would buy, was the pass. So he gets all the extra
Peter Griffin's in the battle pass right now.
Is he? Oh, cool.
I'm thinking about buying it just because I want to try.
Oh, you're too funny.
I know. I didn't expect it, but all my friends are playing it now again, so got to keep up with the kids, see what they're playing.
Yeah, these kids these days, I know. Oh, but anyway, so while I was subbing, okay, so for the most part, the kids were all right. You know, they were cute. They all wanted to give me hugs and stuff and told me I was the nicest sub ever. But in the middle of all that, apparently we had some mystery rash going around that's highly contagious that the kids were giving to one another. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. I am like, what is going on? Ew, I don't want the mystery rash of whatever it is. But the nurse knew what it said. It was some crazy name, but it's highly contagious. So the kids had to start washing their hands and everything. It was, yeah, I'm like, okay. This was fun for a few days, but I'm good. I'm done now. Thanks. And kindergarten is so hard to keep on task. Oh my gosh. They always want to go off on tangents about stuff, and they want to know when lunch is all the time. When's recess?
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
But anyway, so, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So, because we're coming up to the end of the year, this will be our last one before we get started next year. And we thought it would be fun, like we did last year, to do a Christmas episode. So, I'm going to start us off. I am doing mine on actually 2 different Christmas legends, you could say, or traditions. So the first one I'm going to talk about it. There's not a lot on them, but I just thought I would mention it because it's talked about a lot. The first one is called Belsnickel.
Oh yeah, Belsnickel.
If you've seen The Office, and it's the Christmas episode where they don't have a Christmas party planned, and Dwight decides he's going to help plan the Christmas party, so he brings all of his Pennsylvania Dutch traditions to the office, and one of them is the Belsnickel, which is a Christmas legend that is famous in Germany and with the Pennsylvania Dutch. And this character would visit children alongside of St. Nicholas. And he would visit on December 6th when St. Nick would visit. But he was not as nice looking as St. Nick. He would wear rags and patchwork clothes, and he had a very dirty face. And sometimes he would wear a mask so that he would appear very fearsome to the children.
Sounds exactly like Krampus. I only know because I did all that research earlier.
Right. Well, he does. It's like
probably a variation of the Krampus.
Right. You know how that is. Everybody has their own
they'll split
variation.
off, and then I know it just reminds me because Krampus literally did the same thing. Allegedly.
Oh wait, it gets better. So he would carry around a switch with him.
And beat the children if they were
naughty.
naughty.
That he would use. Yep. He would use to whip the children if they were naughty. And if you were good, you would get like a little, piece of candy, kind of like what St. Nick would do. Mm-hmm. But the naughty children, on top of also getting the switch, getting beat by Belsnickel, would also made to repent for whatever it was they did. Oh. And in the German and the Pennsylvania Dutch societies, it was usually somebody in power, like a mayor or, you know what I mean, like a church elder, that would go around and do this because they knew the children very well and they knew which ones were being naughty. So they could call them out on what they've done wrong and stuff. So now, like I said, that is a German and Pennsylvania Dutch thing. Not a lot of people celebrate Belsnickel. Now, the other one that I was going to talk about, which is really cool, and I'd never ever heard of this ever in my life, is called Gryla, and this is a tradition that is celebrated in Iceland. Now, Gryla is a giant ogre who lives in a cave, and it is said that during Christmas time she will emerge from her cave to hunt for children, which she will kidnap, take to her cave, and then cook them in a stew. Now, Gryla is said to have companions. And these companions that hang out with her are called Yule Lads. And there's 13 of these unruly troll children that hang out with her. And they're actually her adult sons. And there's also a Yule Cat that you have to watch out for, too. And I'll explain about all those different things here in a minute. So, with the Yule Lads, like I said, there's 13 of them. And they're mischievous pranksters who will steal from people, or they'll leave you a gift during the night. The Yule Lads come to town one by one during the 13 nights of Yule. They will leave small gifts in the shoes of children that have placed their shoes on the windowsill. Now, who does that sound like? Saint Nick, remember? Saint Nick told you to leave your shoes out, and he would leave gifts in them. Yeah. But if the children have been bad, they will get a rotten potato in their shoe from the Yule Lads.
Potato? That's oddly specific.
A nasty, rotten potato. And it's said that the Yule is a winter festival that takes place from December 21st to January 1st. So that's where you get the 13 nights that they come and visit you. Now, the Yule Cat is this monstrosity that is this like really crazy large black cat. And it only appears on Christmas Eve. And when children are sound asleep, dreaming of Santa Claus, he will creep around at night, seeing which children he could eat. He will peer into children's windows, looking for bad kids that did not get new clothes for Christmas. Because apparently the cat's thinking, supposedly, now this is all hearsay, so don't, hold me to this one, is that you're a bad kid if you didn't get new clothes for Christmas. So, if you didn't get any new clothes for Christmas, you could leave out your old clothes and hope that, the cat doesn't try and eat you and that they're good enough. Now, I have a little poem here that I'd like to read to everybody about the Yule Cat, which it's a really interesting poem. So here we go. It's called The Yule Cat. In winter's wasteland, the Yule Cat will creep towards the huts and hooves where the children sleep. The children in charity with no warm clothes to wear, the poor little paupers in direst despair. The monster cat prowls as they're curled up crying, shivering and freezing, hungry and dying. The Yule Cat will scratch and pull babes from their beds, bite at their bodies and gnarl on their heads. But if you're dressed in new Christmas clothes, the cat passes on, and to another house he goes. So give clothes to the needy, or they'll come across claws, the fangs of the Yule Cat and his ravenous jaws. So that is the Yule Cat in a nutshell. So you don't want to mess with the Yule Cat or have it come creeping around your house at night.
Sounds interesting.
I'm like, wow, these are some interesting beliefs people have. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to come across a Yule Cat. I don't want to be eaten.
Yeah, it sounds kind of scary.
I know. See, so that's why you should get clothes for Christmas, people, so the Yule Cat doesn't come after you.
Yeah.
All you people that don't want clothes, you better, you just have to suck it up and get him, because he'll be coming, peering in your window on Christmas Eve.
It's so creepy. It's almost like Santa.
I know.
Keep an eye out, watch on you.
All right, so what do you have for us this week, then?
All right, don't hate me if I butcher the name of this, because it's an interesting name.
Okay.
This is like a Greek thing that they believe in. So we're going to talk about the Kalikantzaro. Kalikantzaro, yeah. So it's in Greece, but there's also Bulgaria, Turkey, Serbia, Albania, Bosnia, and Cyprus. So like that whole general area.
All the Baltic kind of states, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Or countries, I mean, not states. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. You know what I meant. So they are these little goblin-like creatures, and they live underground near the world tree, and they are constantly attempting to start the apocalypse by cutting the tree down.
What's the world tree?
So they're just under the thing, it's what holds the world together in their belief. So they're essentially just trying to cut the tree down, because if the tree collapses, then the earth will collapse in on itself and everyone dies. Okay. And so they are just hard at work trying to cut this tree down.
So we got apocalyptic elves.
However, they're a little crazy. They're kind of goofy. I like them. Well, I don't like them, but it's an interesting legend. I was like, this is a really weird one. So, after they're almost done cutting through the tree, it'll be Christmas Day.
Okay.
And that is the day that they are allowed to leave the underground.
Oh.
So they will crawl out from under the ground, and they'll come up and they'll start causing mischief and chaos. And they'll go running around, messing with people and all this crazy stuff. And then on January 6th, they have to go back down underground. So then they're like, oh, we gotta go back. So they are... So basically they're only out the 12 days of Christmas. Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
So from the January or
Christmas
February
Eve,
25th,
December 25th.
Yeah, okay. Christmas Day to January 6th, which is 12 days.
Okay.
And then they have to go back down, and by the time that they go back down, they realize that the world tree has healed itself. And so they start the process, and it happens every year. So it's a process that happens all the time.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Isn't this a crazy... It's very interesting.
That is very weird. And you can only find these elves, creatures, trolls.
They only are allowed to come up to the surface on the 12 days of Christmas. And otherwise, they're not interested. They just want to work on killing everyone.
So are they all over the world then at this time? Or are they only in that area of the world?
I mean,
gotcha.
Belief. So people believe it. So then... Essentially, most sightings are around that area.
So, is there anything
talk about it most
we can do to appease?
Yeah.
These
so,
crazy elves?
That's what we're gonna get into.
Okay.
So the descriptions of they're kind of like little goblin creatures. They're depicted as these tiny black little creatures with red eyes, and they're hairy, and they got long tongues that hang out.
God.
They're kind of really scary.
They sound awful.
And they're usually blind, and they eat frogs, and they're kind of dumb. That's like
they eat frogs.
Yeah, that was a specific thing that they really like.
That's very
Sometimes
specific. But how do they find frogs underground? Okay, but how do they find frogs?
They eat them when they come up to the surface.
Oh, okay.
They're like a little treat. Gotcha. I mean, maybe there's frogs down and underground where the life tree is.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
So while the Kalikantzaro are loose, there are a few things that you can do to protect yourself from them.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, these are interesting. So one of the ways you can do it is that you can put a colander on your doorstep, and they can only count up to 2. So they will spend the whole night outside counting the little holes in the colander.
What? Really? Okay, that's crazy.
And so they can't count up to 3 because 3 is seen as a holy number. So that is the logic behind
Father,
them.
Son,
and if
Holy
they
Spirit,
count up to 3, they will kill themselves.
Oh, okay.
So they can't. So they get stuck.
But you could put 3 items out, and they have to count the 3 items, and then wouldn't they like blow up at that point? I don't know.
They're kind of seen as like mischievous little tricksters. They're kind of dumb though, so they're not like
they're kind of like leprechauns, is what you're kind of
sort of, but they're really interesting.
Meaner.
So another way to keep them out is you can throw this kind of donut thing. It's called a locomades.
Okay.
On top of your roof, and then you have to sing a specific song.
On top of my roof and sing a song?
I told you it's
what
really...
song? Is it a Christmas? This is oddly specific.
That's why I was like, what are these? It's really weird. A specific song, and then if you do that,
oddly specific.
Whoever, if they eat it, then they will be sent back to underground early.
Okay.
So they have to start working again. So another way is you burn a wood in your fire all 12 days to ensure that they cannot come in through your chimney.
Okay.
Because they believe that
that's like the most promising.
Yeah,
one
that one
that
makes the most sense out of the other. The
other ones are kind of crazy.
But the other 2, yeah.
Here, let's put a cauldron out and see if they can count them.
It's like, what? Why colander specific?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. And how do you know they're going to sit and count the holes? They might just walk right over it and be like, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
Yeah, like what? I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions there for sure.
So you might be wondering, where do they come from? Well, if you were born during the 12 days of Christmas, it is possible that you could turn into one yourself.
Oh boy!
So starting in adulthood. Each Christmas season, there is a chance you can turn into one. So you might be wondering, how do I prevent this? Because there are ways. So to prevent this, when the child is like a baby, if like you have to bundle them up in garlic or straw. And then
Okay, garlic, ew.
I know, like, that sounds horrible. And then
Yeah,
another
poor
remedy is to burn off their toenails.
Ew, what? Wait a minute, we're
What?
burning off the toenails of babies to make them, oh my god.
I'm like, what?
This is
What?
insane. This is, wait, and people really do this?
People believe this. This is like a deep belief.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Oh, I saw your door open and then shut.
Oh.
But anyway, isn't that crazy? It's
That
an
is
interesting
crazy.
belief. I was like, this is kind of wild.
That's insane.
Oh, also, it is believed that if you're born on a Saturday, that you can see them and talk to them.
Okay. Oh, on a Saturday, and you
Yeah.
can talk to them.
Otherwise,
about
you
it.
can't. I don't know why
Oh, my lord.
Saturday.
Why is it got to
specifically.
be Saturday?
I don't know, but that's what I have for us today.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
I thought it was really interesting. I was like, what?
Very interesting.
So now we've learned how to keep them away to protect ourselves, and in case we were
Yeah.
born, which I don't think neither of us are, but so we don't have to worry about that. But if you're born on those days,
Nope.
I'm sorry, it's probably too late for you by now.
You know who might be is Jaden and Xander were both born in January. I'm not sure when.
I think it's later January.
I think it's
I don't
later.
Think it was early enough.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I think like it's like the 11th and the 15th or something like that. Like, but it's definitely January their birthdays are. Huh? It's crazy. That's kind of yeah,
That's why I saw it was like, okay, this will be a great thing to cover on the podcast.
You know, burning the toenails off babies. Yeah, I'm gonna get right on that.
That
Yeah.
sounds horrible. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah. Please do not burn the toenails off of your babies.
Or wrap them in garlic?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. That is, yeah, that sounds awful too. Don't do that one either, people. Your baby will forever stink and people will be like, ugh, the kid
All right.
stinks.
You have anything else for us today?
No, I don't think so.
I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas from us. We will be back in January. Not like right away in January, but we will be back in January just so we can have some time off since it's the holidays and to have time with family and just decompress. So we wish, like we said, we wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And if you enjoyed our podcast today, follow us on Instagram at Two Scaredy Pets Podcast, and please be sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It really helps the show get discovered. And tune in a month for a new episode. And to all our scaredy cats and kittens out there, remember, curiosity didn't kill these two scaredy cats.